Would everyone please rise and welcome the graduating class of 2018.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Would you please join Laurie Taylor in the singing of our national anthem, and would you please remain standing during the delivery of the traditional friendship song sung by Dustin Brandt.
Please join me. O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
We are hey, oh, hey, oh, hi, we are hey, oh, hi, we are hey, oh, hi, we are hey, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, gawe ho, how we oh. We are hey, oh, hi, we are hey, oh, hi, we are hey, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, gawe ho, how we oh. We are hey, oh, hi, 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 oh, hi, oh, hi, how we ho, how we oh. We are hey, oh, hi, we are hey, oh, hi, we are hey, oh, hi, oh, hi, oh, hi, gawe ho, how we oh. You know what?
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Welcome to the Loyalist College of Applied Arts and Technology 2018 Convocation. My name is Anne Drennan, and as Senior Vice President Academic and Chief Learning Officer, it is my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for this afternoon's proceedings. This afternoon, we are recognizing graduates of the Health, Human and Justice Studies and the School of Media, Business, Access and Continuing Education. It is my pleasure to introduce Bob Forder, Chair of the Board of Governors, who will officially open Convocation.
Good afternoon. As we open today's proceedings, I would like to recognize that we are holding this ceremony on the traditional territories of the Mohawks of the Bay of Quinte, recognized as the community of the Tyendinaga Mohawk Territory. I declare the 51st Convocation of Loyalist College officially opened. On behalf of the Board of Governors, it is my privilege to welcome you to this day of celebration and extend a special welcome to our distinguished guest of honor and to you, our graduates. the Loyalist College Class of 2018, the 51st graduating class of this college. This is an important day, and all of us are delighted to share in this celebration. Convocation is an occasion when the entire college community, family, friends, and supporters come together to honor you, our graduates. A number of years ago, I was sitting in your place with my classmates. In fact, I graduated more than once at the college. Not that I didn't get it right the first time, but came back for a second program. And as a graduate of this college, I know that it is required to what is required to complete a post-secondary credential, and I congratulate each and every one of you for the perseverance and dedication that you have shown. Today, looking back, I understand the value of my education here in a very different way. I know that my Loyalist education gave me a great start and has helped me succeed as I've moved ahead in my career. I also understand the importance of this college to our communities, to our province, to you and your families, and to the employers, business and industry, and social and economic health of our area. We want to thank you for choosing Loyalist, and congratulations to each and every one of you, the class of 2018. We wish you every success in your futures.
Thank you, Chair Forder. I would like to call upon President Vaughan, who will address the graduates and introduce our speaker for today. President Vaughan.
Chair Forder, Mr. McKinnon, members of the board, distinguished guests, Loyalist colleagues, graduating class of 2018, family and friends, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to the 51st Convocation of Loyalist College. As we celebrated our 50th anniversary in 2017, we look forward to the next 50 years, and there is no better time to do that than at Convocation, where we see the accomplishments in our graduates and their fearlessness as they take on the world. I am so fortunate to be serving Loyalist College as its president, a truly remarkable place where every day I see more and more evidence of how this institution is deeply rooted in the community, and the focus on student success is second to none. Loyalist is truly a destination college. Our location is positioned between major economies of Toronto, Ottawa, and Montreal. Our natural environment, which includes a 200-plus acre campus in rural urban Eastern Ontario, where the surroundings are strategically linked to the growing economy. Our dedicated and experienced faculty and staff ensure our focus on student success, demonstrated through our key performance indicators, are evidence of the remarkable impact of student-faculty interaction at Loyalist College. Our community collaboration is evidenced by regional cooperation and healthy relationships. These all combine to represent our vision that embraces our size as an asset and that sees the community that emerges as a key marketable asset to students and employees. Our deep connection to our community means that our graduates contribute to our communities each and every day. They deliver the services we need in health and policing, human studies, engineering technologies, media arts, applied sciences, and skilled trades. They are entrepreneurs, they are community leaders, and they are dedicated to service. They keep our economy and our society moving. They reach for the stars, and they impact virtually every service we interact with every day. Graduates, this is your day, and we want to congratulate you and thank you for choosing Loyalist for this part of your journey. As well-known writer Dr. Seuss said, "You're off to great places. Today is your day. Your mountain is waiting, so get on your way." but get your diploma first before you decide to do that. It has been such a privilege to meet many of you over your time here, and I want to thank you for your commitment to this college. You're an important part of its history. Your legacy is in your involvement in college activities, student government, athletics, residence, or initiatives with organizations in our communities. We are so very proud of you, and we thank you on behalf of the students who will follow you for the amazing contributions you have made to Loyalist College during your time here. I know this has been a challenging year, and so I applaud you for your perseverance and commitment that has allowed you to get to this day. I have come to recognize that this is a very special place. Regardless of program or interest, our program teams, faculty, and staff work to help each individual succeed. Our students are our focus, and we are very proud of you and your success. Faculty and staff, I know that this was a challenging year for you as well. I want to thank you and the entire Loyalist College community for the focus that you have given to student success. Graduates, during the past 50 years, over 40,000 individuals have graduated from this wonderful college. You are joining an accomplished group of individuals today. You are ready to take on the world, and we can't wait to see what you do next. Take pride in what you have accomplished and have faith that you have established a path that will take you where you want to go. And know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that we are proud of you, and we will continue to celebrate and support you in the years to come. As graduates, I know you will take that pride and the strength of your learning with you, but please keep in touch. Members of our Quinte Alumni Chapter are here to welcome you to the alumni family as you leave the stage today. And so, enjoy this day with your family and friends, and thank you for choosing Loyalist. Remember, as former mayor of New York City and later Congressman Edward Koch said, "The fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse. As you light that fuse, my best advice to you is don't always take the linear path. Don't be afraid of the curves along the way, because it's the curves along the way that can make life interesting. Be proud of your achievement and go build that future you've been dreaming of. You've earned it. My very best wishes and congratulations, Loyalist graduation class of 2018. It is now my distinct pleasure and privilege to introduce our guest speaker for this afternoon. Peter McKinnon was born in Montreal and raised in Prince Edward Island. He was educated at Dalhousie University, Queen's University, University of Saskatchewan, and at Osgoode Hall in Toronto, where he was admitted as a barrister and solicitor in the Supreme Court of Ontario in 1975. Later admitted to practice in Saskatchewan as well, he began his academic career in 1975, becoming a full professor in 1983. He served as Dean of Law at the University of Saskatchewan from 1988 to 1998, and as president of that same university from 1998 to 2012. Since 2012, Mr. McKinnon has served as interim president of the Open Online Athabasca University for 2 years, and for another 2 years as the inaugural Prime Ministers of Canada Fellow at the Public Policy Forum in Ottawa. He holds the country's highest civilian honor, the Order of Canada, in which he is an officer. He holds the distinction Queen's Counsel, and he's a recipient of the Canadian Bar Association's Distinguished Service Award. Mr. McKinnon is a former chairperson of the Association of Universities and Colleges of Canada and has held other senior national and provincial offices. In recent years, Mr. McKinnon has turned to his scholarly attention to the universities and society. He has published 2 recent books on the subject, University Leadership and Public Policy in the 21st Century, which is published by the University of Toronto Press, and University Commons Divided, Exploring Debate and Dissent on Campus, also published by the University of Toronto Press. Mr. McKenna now resides in Canmore, Alberta, where he is a committed Nordic skier and hiker. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our guest speaker for this afternoon, a truly distinguished Canadian and highly influential individual in higher education in Canada, Mr. Peter McKenna.
Chair Bob Forder, members of the board, President Vaughan, Platform Party, faculty, staff, graduates, and guests of honor at Loyalist College. I am deeply touched by the invitation to be with you today. The name of this fine college commemorates the vital role of its namesake refugees from the American Revolution to the formation of Canada. Loyalists were among early Canadian settlers. They defended Canada against American invaders in the War of 1812-14 and contributed to an emerging national consciousness that led to a new Canadian state in 1867. This is a wonderful legacy, and it is appropriately recognized and celebrated here at Loyalist College. Thank you very much for including me in this convocation. Most importantly, though, this day celebrates you, the new graduates of Loyalist College. You deserve, as our president has said, the warmest congratulations of all present. Being a student, we know, is very difficult. You have to forego or postpone more immediate gratifications. You have to work hard day and night for the prospect of future benefits and rewards. You had to juggle multiple commitments, personal, family, employment, in order to walk across this stage today. Congratulations on your success. Graduation speakers are usually tasked with saying something inspirational to graduates. They are usually older folks, and I am certainly one of those. And they are expected to draw upon their long experience to offer meaningful reflections. And yet, as the years pass in transition from child to adolescent to adult to senior, one becomes less confident, not more, that one has experience worth sharing, let alone inspiration and wise guidance. Having reached the biblically allotted 70 years and 10, I remain challenged to comprehend the world around me, challenged in different ways from those in earlier phases of my life, but challenged nonetheless. Perhaps the explanation lies in the constancy of change. Nothing endures but change, said the Greek philosopher Heraclitus more than 2,000 years ago. And while he was speaking of the cosmos, his words applied to earthly life as well. I cite as one example my arrival almost 50 years ago at Queen's University, just down the road, to begin my legal education. There was a new offering in the curriculum, a first at Queen's or any Canadian law school. The new course was called Computers and the Law. And it was taught by a professor, Hugh Lawford. The course was quickly the object of sarcasm, even derision, on the part of our class and the students in the faculty generally. What serious law student would take computers and the law? Must be some kind of a bird course in which you didn't have to do any work, and it would be easy to acquire an A. Serious law students take real estate transactions, commercial law, wills and estate planning, taxation, not some peripheral, impractical, quaint offering called computers and the law. Well, looking back now, Professor Lawford and his new class in computers and the law foretold a revolution in law, in legal practice, in law libraries, in legal research, and in legal services. The late Professor Lawford is remembered as a pioneer who saw change coming, who understood its emerging shape, and who stepped out from the crowd to lead it. Nothing endures but change. And that brings us back to the full meaning of today. What change will you face? How adaptable to change will you be? Will you lead it in the interests of social good? Or will you watch or even resist it? The single greatest preparation for adaptation and leadership is advanced education. And that is the real meaning of today. Your families and friends, your instructors, all who contribute to Loyalist College, celebrate and salute your success. I am fortunate enough to join them and to join you for this well-earned celebration. Warmest congratulations and very best wishes always.
Computers, did they catch on? Yes. I'd like to thank Peter McKinnon for joining us on this special occasion and delivering such a memorable address to this graduating class of 2018. I'm pleased to announce that the Board of Governors, by virtue of the authority vested in it, has authorized me to award Peter McKinnon the highest tribute of Loyalist College, an honorary diploma in applied arts, in recognition of his outstanding contributions to public service and his commitment and leadership in post-secondary education and its importance to society. Loyalist College is privileged to have Mr. Peter McKinnon address Convocation 2018 and accordingly pays to him its highest academic tribute. Peter?
I would like to invite President Vaughan and Catherine Francia to join me, please. President Vaughan, the Governor-General's Medal, established in 1873, is one of the most prestigious awards that can be received by a student in a Canadian educational institution for exceptional academic achievement. On behalf of Her Excellency and Right Honourable Julie Payette, Governor-General of Canada, I am pleased to present the academic medal to Catherine Francia from the School of Human Studies and the Early Childhood Education Program, who graduated with a cumulative average of, wait for it, 98.24%. Catherine grew up in the Philippines and moved from her birth nation to the Bay of Quinte area in 2016. Prior to her arrival in Canada and Loyalist College, Catherine earned a Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology from De La Salle University in the Philippines and was employed as a preschool and kindergarten teacher for 7 years. In addition to her teaching responsibilities, Catherine enrolled in the early childhood education courses but was not able to complete the program due to family commitments at that time. Catherine is married to Erwin Francia, who is with us this afternoon, and they have a 3-year-old daughter named Skylar. We are happy that Catherine chose Loyalist College to pursue her dream of receiving a diploma in early childhood education, and that we have this opportunity to recognize her accomplishments. President Vaughan, ladies and gentlemen, join me please in congratulating Catherine Francia. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the formal part of our ceremony where the certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas and awards will be presented. President Vaughan, it is my privilege to report to you that the candidates here assembled have qualified in all respects for certificates, diplomas and advanced diplomas by successfully completing curricula offered by the School of Health, Human Studies and Justice Studies and the School of Media, Business, Access and Continuing Education at Loyalist College. They have been recommended by the faculty to be awarded certificates or diplomas in recognition of their academic accomplishments.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Governors of Loyalist College, I do hereby confer on our graduates their respective Ontario College certificates, diplomas, advanced diplomas, with all the honors, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto.
President Vaughan, on behalf of the graduates not present, I request that you confer their certificates and diplomas in absentia.
I so do.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kathleen Basker, Dean of the School of Media, Business, Access and Continuing Education, and Christine Eddy, Manager of Continuing Education, will oversee the conferring of diplomas. During the next part of the program, we will be presenting the graduates for the Human Studies and Continuing Education programs who will proceed across the stage to receive congratulations from a member of the Board of Governors and their certificates and diplomas from the President. Ladies and gentlemen, Kathleen Basker.
Thank you, Vice President Drennan. President Vaughan, it is my pleasure to present the recipients of Ontario College diplomas and Ontario College advanced diplomas and awards in developmental services worker, early childhood education, social service worker, child and youth care, and child and youth worker. For the School of Health, Human and Justice Studies, Human Studies, Ontario College Diploma, Developmental Services Worker. Nadine Adair, Dean's List. Kelsey Brown Rideout, Dean's List. Melissa Carey, Dean's List. Melissa is also the recipient of the George Leacock Memorial Award presented to a graduate who demonstrates initiative and creativity in assisting individuals to achieve self-empowerment and independence. And she's a recipient of the Faculty Union of Loyalist College Award for Academics and College and Community Involvement. Munjal Chaudhry. Gianna Christian, Dean's List. Stacy Coe. Sandra Coughlin, Dean's List. Karen Cooperthwaite. Jennifer Currens. Brittany DeZiel, Dean's List. Melissa Duga, Dean's List. Melissa is also the recipient of the Carolyn Orrick Award for a student that portrays the ability to recognize and celebrate people's gifts. Brandis Emerson, Dean's List. Ankita Galati, Dean's List. Shelby Hartwick. Alexis Hodgson, Dean's List. Tanya Jeans, Dean's List. Anna Kennedy, Dean's List. Anna is also the recipient of the Dale Coughlin Award for a student who has made a significant contribution in promoting self-advocacy, self-determination, inclusion, and participation in all aspects of community living. Kara Cavell, Dean's List. Michaela Lafferty, Dean's List. Courtney McRae. Courtney is also the recipient of the George Leacock Memorial Award presented to a graduate who demonstrates initiative and creativity in assisting individuals to achieve self-empowerment and independence. Bailey Miracle. Bailey is a recipient of the Community Living Prince Edward Award for a graduating student who has completed a placement with Community Living Prince Edward and who best exemplifies the principle of social inclusion for people with intellectual disabilities. Caitlin Margraf, Dean's List. Caitlin is also the recipient of the Eric Caulfield Award for demonstrated integrity, professionalism, and respect for people with handicaps. Carissa Mask, Dean's List. Kimberly McClellan. Charlotte Mitz. Jennifer Muir. Jennifer is the recipient of the Bernard Hadinger Memorial Award for Proficiency and Leadership in the Developmental Services Worker Program. Stephanie Peretti, recipient of the Harry Kupler's Award for demonstrating a high degree of commitment and dedication while maintaining a high academic standard and professional integrity. Stephanie is also on the Dean's List. Damini Patel. Akshat Prinza, Dean's List. Bethany Prinzin, Dean's List. Bethany is also the recipient of the Quinte Vocational Support Services Award for providing training and support to persons who are employment disadvantaged and demonstrates employment equity. Kelly Skirmers, Dean's List. Kelly is also the recipient of the Community Living Belleville and Area in partnership with McDougall Insurance and Financial for a student who has completed a placement at Community Living Belleville and best exemplifies the principles of social inclusion for people with intellectual disabilities. She's also the recipient of the Faculty Union of Loyalist College Award for academics and college community involvement. Trista Shaw, Dean's List. Angela Shorts. Parvati Simanathan. Alex Tate. Valerie Thompson. William Van Boxtel, Dean's List. Thank you, Governor Hagerman. Presenting graduates of the Early Childhood Education Program. Tanjina Akhtar, Dean's List. Sandy Alava Burbano. Chelsea Allier. Suranji Amara Singh. Sarah Bell, Dean's List. Caitlin Bungie. Kara Bradshaw. Jeffrey Brown, Dean's List. Thao Bunok Phyong. Ravni Chani, Dean's List. Antonella Clemenzi. Abigail Cole. Kimberly Collins, Dean's List. Natasha Cowan. Natasha Davenport, Dean's List. Latifa El Adabi, Dean's List. Rachel Fleeler, Dean's List. Talita Foschetto Robbins, Dean's List. Catherine Frankia, Dean's List, also the Governor General's Award and the Quinte Early Childhood Education Award. Chloe Golden Duval, Dean's List. Peyton Grant. Brandy Hall, Dean's List. Bailey Ishrad, Dean's List. Talisha John. Rosier Lika Mercia. Elena Long, Dean's List. Elena is also the winner of the recipient of the Association for Early Childhood Education Belleville and District Branch for significant improvement in placement assignments. Jennifer Mack. Alexandra McGarvey, Dean's List. Kumari Nar. Eliza Oliphant. Shazia Qadri. Rahana Sajid. Sukhpreet Sangja. Gabrielle Sheridan. Sabrina Schmitz. Gagandeep Shran, Dean's List. Courtney Zito, Dean's List. Victoria Vida, Dean's List. Victoria is also the recipient of the Pam Kemp Memorial Award for a graduate in the ECE program who is congenial and demonstrates a commitment to working with her peers. Sherry Volterra, Dean's List. Thank you, Governor McKinnon. Presenting graduates of the Social Service Worker Program. Kevin Baker. Danielle Barrett, Dean's List. Steph Barton. Aaron Best, Dean's List. Aaron Bukowski, Dean's List. Carissa Cowie, Dean's List. Carissa is also the recipient of the Youth Habilitation Quinte Incorporated Award for an outstanding student who has volunteered their services to our community. Stephanie Crosby, Dean's List. Helen Cummins, Dean's List. Caitlin Davies, Dean's List. Selena Durya. Selena is on the Dean's List and is the recipient of the Alumni Award for Academic Proficiency in an Academic and Career Entrance Program. Hannah Dewall, Dean's List, and Hannah is a recipient of the Bayfield Treatment Center's Award for a student who exhibits a strong interest and competence in youth residential care. Allison Dufresne. Megan Fincham, Dean's List. Shayna Lynn Gerard, Dean's List. Robin Haddon, Dean's List. Aaron Hendricks, Dean's List. Brianna Hill Hay. Lauren Hughes, Dean's List. Jack Jessup, Dean's List. Natalie Lake. Janelle Lane. Nicole Lee, Dean's List. Haley Loft, Dean's List. Charmaine McLean, Dean's List. Stephanie McPhee, Dean's List. Farah Moran, Dean's List. Riley Nakashima. Deanna Pierre. Christine Sador. Tyler Sloan, Dean's List. Tyler is also the recipient of the Bayfield Treatment Center's Award for a student who exhibits a strong interest and competence in youth residential care. Tammy Switzer. Devin Tremblay, Dean's List. Rebecca Vigliotti. Cheryl Lynn Wensley. Marianne White, Dean's List. Jennifer Wiechenthal, Dean's List. Karen Williamson, Dean's List. Karen is also the recipient of the United Way Community Impact Award for the student who is a future leader and who is contributing to the health, well-being, and inclusivity for those citizens in the region who are considered marginalized and vulnerable. Hannah Willis, Dean's List. Andrew Wright, Dean's List. Kevin Young, Dean's List. Denise Zekin, Dean's List, and also the recipient of the Faculty Union of Loyalist College Award for Academics in College and Community Involvement. Presenting Ontario College Advanced Diploma graduates in Child and Youth Care. Brenda Lee Castleman. Jacob Conkin. Jacob is also the recipient of the Ontario Association of Child and Youth Counselors Award for a graduating student who demonstrates outstanding skills in child and youth care during his field placement. Alicia Dayton, Dean's List. Athanwa Doreen. Lindsay Down, Dean's List. Shay Doyle, Dean's List. Cole Froetz, Dean's List. Crystal Gagnon, Dean's List. Brooke Gallant. Anna Harvey. Sarah Helm, Dean's List. Megan Hess, Dean's List. Matthew Horseman, Dean's List. Megan Kirbyson, Dean's List. Ashley Lumley, Dean's List. Caitlin Laver, Dean's List. Jose Mina, Dean's List. Kara Mitchell, Dean's List. Matthew Morris. Cheyenne Nikolai. Dominique O'Rourke, Dean's List. Joshua O'Rourke. Holly Reed Fleming, Dean's List. Vicki Reed, Dean's List. Tyler Reed. Kaylee Saint, Dean's List. C.J. Stark, Dean's List. Carrie Whitfield, Dean's List. Brittany Wilson, Dean's List. Melanie Wood, Dean's List. And Melanie is also the recipient of the Faculty Union of Loyalist College Award. Melissa Wyatt. Melissa is a recipient of the United Way Community Impact Award for the student who is a future leader and who is contributing to the health, well-being, and inclusivity for those citizens in the region who are considered marginalized and vulnerable. Congratulations. Presenting graduates in child and youth worker. Christina Bain. Marnie Miracle. Megan Mukulai. Brittany McIntyre. Chelsea Overholt. Thank you, Governor Williams. This concludes the conferring of diplomas and advanced diplomas for the Human Studies programs. I would like to introduce Christine Eddy, Manager of Continuing Education, who will present the graduates for the continuing education programs.
Thank you, Dean Basker. President Vaughan, it is my pleasure to present the recipients of Loyalist College certificates, Ontario College certificates, Ontario College diplomas, Ontario College graduate certificates, and awards in continuing education programs. Loyalist College certificate, Hospital Ward Clerk. Marjorie Herrera. Leadership Development Series certificate, Patricia Ashley. Perioperative Nursing, Michael Poblete. Veterinary Office Assistant, Lindsay Rutledge. Ontario College certificates, Food Service Worker, Tammy Carr, Dean's List. Angela Clark. Patricia Couto, Dean's List. Jennifer Forrest, Dean's List. Sarah King, Dean's List. Gina Lynn Lilanes, Dean's List. Christina Notley. Ernie Padurito. Christianina Sonico, Dean's List. Internet Applications and Web Development Fundamentals. Amanda Stewart, Dean's List. Office Administration Certificate. Ashley Crawford. Ontario College Diploma. Office Administration Diploma. Suzanne Chandra, Dean's List. Office Administration Veterinary. Kat Copeland. Office Administration Medical. Silky, Dean's List. Also graduating with the Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Delbir Gill, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Sue Iafano, Dean's List. Also graduating with the Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Jennifer Jowett, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Harjeet Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Harpreet Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Jaspreet Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Kirandeep Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with the Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Kulwinder Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Manpreet Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Navdeep Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Navneet Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Neelajit Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Pardeep Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Semanpreet Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Sukhdeep Kaur, Dean's List. Also graduating with a Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Mandeep Kumar, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Nicole McDonald, Dean's List. Also graduating with Loyalist College Board of Governors certificates in Health Records Clerk and Hospital Ward Clerk. Robin Rath, Dean's List. Also graduating with a Loyalist College Board of Governors certificate in Hospital Ward Clerk. Ontario College Graduate Certificate, Gerontology. Jamie Reynolds, Dean's List. Thank you, Governor Kelleher. Vice President Drennan, this concludes the conferring of certificates and diplomas for continuing education programs.
Thank you, Christine. Everyone, please join me in congratulating the graduates. President Vaughan will now introduce this afternoon's valedictorian.
It is now my privilege to introduce this afternoon's valedictorian, a graduate who represents the exemplary characteristics of a Loyalist graduate through her personal and academic accomplishments, her contributions to the community, and to student life, having served as president of Loyalist College Student Government. C.J. Stark was president of Loyalist Student Government in 2017-18. She's back again. Oh. In this role, she has flourished as a natural leader. She's displayed exceptional maturity and leadership, personal drive, and central commitment to student success. In every way, she is a role model for student leadership, in addition to exceptional academic achievement. Today, she graduated with distinction as a member of the Dean's List, and also this year, she was the recipient of the Student Leadership Award. I would like to call upon C.J. Stark, graduate of our Child and Youth Care program, an amazing woman that she is, for a valedictorian address and to lead the alumni commitment.
Thank you, President Vaughan, Chair Forder, Mr. McKinnon, professors, staff, honored guests, families, and fellow graduates. On behalf of every single student in the class of 2018, I would like to say thank you for coming to celebrate this incredibly special day with us. And thank you for the support that got us all through this amazing journey. This year has been one for the books, and when asked about one word that describes the class of 2018, students agreed: resilient. And I could not agree more. We have all tackled obstacles that some felt would never end, but here we are today, walking across the stage to a future that holds so many possibilities. When asked why I chose Loyalist, I've always said it is the only college where I did not feel like an outsider, and that has not changed in the 3 years I have been here. Loyalist is my home away from home, a place where I've met friends who I now consider family. It is a place where your professors are so invested in your careers, and it is a place where they truly push you to succeed. Now, I'm sure there were times where you wanted to give up, times where you thought you had just had enough, but we stuck through it. We persevered. I encourage and challenge all of you to keep that momentum going. Continue learning, continue challenging things that you believe in, and ultimately continue pushing yourself, because as cliche as this may sound, the sky is truly the limit. I think I speak for most of us in saying these days spent at Loyalist have flown by. No matter how many years or months we were here, it is as if we blinked and now we are here. Graduation day. Take a moment and soak that in. All those nights spent cramming, all those hours spent in class or with groups has finally paid off. CYCs know that one. I'd like to take a moment to thank the wonderful faculty who spent countless hours figuring out ways to teach us, marking our work, and helping us figure out what we wanted to do with our education. We appreciate and value your dedication, and without you, we could not be here today. I also would like to thank all the deans and administration staff who fight for the students and who care about the success of everyone at this institution. A lot of people do not understand how much hard work and drive it truly does take to be in their shoes. Last but not least, I turn to the parents, guardians, and any other person who played a part in our success. I thank you on behalf of the class of 2018 for your love and guidance through the years. Thank you for being in our corner. Graduates, as we leave here today, whether you are continuing your education here or elsewhere, going on a well-deserved vacation, or stepping into the working world, I want to leave you with the wise words of Oprah Winfrey. So I say to you, forget about the fast lane. If you really want to fly, just harness your power to your passion. Honor your calling. Everyone has one. Trust your heart, and success will come to you. Thank you, and congratulations. And now, as we prepare to leave this ceremony as graduates of Loyalist College, please join me in reciting the alumni commitment found in your program and on the monitors. I invite all Loyalist alumni to stand and join in. Graduates, rise to. There we go. As a graduate of Loyalist College, wherever my college experience takes me, I will use my knowledge, skills, and experience to the best of my ability. The lasting connections I have made with Loyalist College, my classmates, faculty, and friends will follow me throughout my life's journey. I will be a loyal ambassador for Loyalist and share my Lancer pride as I give back to my community, workplace, and those around me. In all my dealings, I will endeavor to be known as a person of honor and respect. This is my commitment.
Thank you, CJ. Go ahead and sit, please. Oh, yeah. I forgot that one. Thank you, CJ, for such a wonderful speech. I know your guidance and the guidance of the Student Council is what helped make this year a success, and we thank you for all your perseverance, all the work that you did on behalf of the student body, and all the help that you gave faculty and Loyalist College. Thank you very much. At this time, I'd like to ask President Vaughn and I would like to provide you with an acknowledgement of the honor that was bestowed upon you today. So if you'd come forward, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank everyone involved in the preparations and for their work preparing for Convocation today. I'd like to thank our string duo, Marion Stratton and Linda Minty, our piper, Mike Clayton, our soloist, Laurie Taylor, and Dustin Brandt for his wonderful song. Thank you, Dustin. You are invited to join us for a reception in the Parrott Center immediately following the ceremony. I now declare Convocation 2018 officially closed. I would ask that everyone please rise for the singing of the Royal Anthem and remain standing for the recessional.
God save our gracious Queen, long live our noble Queen. God save the Queen. Send her victorious, happy and glorious, long to